I'll have to. That was a great way to start. I
Yeah, it
hope that
was.
was. I
Did
hope
you?
that
Did
was on there.
everybody hear the bird? We'll never know.
We'll we'll find out in like 10 minutes.
Oh,
Minnie. Well,
You've been away from
obviously
YouTube for a bit.
we're crowning you for returning. YouTube does a thing.
They've started they've started a fans thing where you get experience for participating in chat in a live stream. But this has been discussed ad nauseum here, but it's a little silly because unless you pay money, everybody can just only get to 75 experience per hour.
Per hour, and then once the new hour rolls over,
You
and they
get
may
another
have kind of
75.
upped it because it seems like last time there was some weird stuff going on. But yeah, everybody's sort of like stuck at the same
Yeah.
level unless they pay money to bump themselves up, and it doesn't really help in the way we have live streams. So
Yeah.
the last millisecond of bird potentially made it through. It was so perfect though. David said we're going live, and a crow just said a hello.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you heard, I'm sure it was exciting.
Maybe I didn't talk much today, but I felt like my voice was just fine, and then I spoke here, and suddenly it was a little froggy.
Sometimes that happens. You haven't been incredibly vocal yet today, so
Mm.
because we chatted once, and then we just sat in silence as we do.
Most of the time, Jesse and I sit, a fair distance apart on the couch, and she's, on her yarn work, and I'm doing some langing. We'll sit there for a good 3-4 hours, and she'll look up and say, might be hot today. And then I say, mm-hmm. Then we sit the next 5 or 6 hours in silence.
Well, I mean, that's enough. That's all you need to communicate well. Speaking of, it might be hot today. Okay, this is the hottest it's supposed to get, so we should be good after this.
It's been some strange weather down here. It was quite cold yesterday. Oh, boy. Boy, Matthijs. Settle down. Been talking about aubergines all day, brown jollies and what have you.
And I've missed out. Luckily, David caught me up on a lot of discussion this morning. But then in between then and now, I feel like a lot more has happened that I've missed out on. But like I've been cooking. I've been prepping for what will be dinner after our stream.
Yeah.
And so I have not been on technology at all.
Yeah, for the flack I get for onions, which are, truly objectionable, right? In that it is well known that they actually make you cry, right? Matthijs doesn't like eggplant.
I do enjoy eggplant.
And he thinks he's going to get a free pass from me for that.
Ooh, DinoNid just got a reminder to start dinner, and Ragdoll is back after Chrome crashed.
Yeah, and Jesse's going to be popping up periodically in the service of dinner.
Yes.
During the stream.
Because I have mango chutney cooking down on the stove right now, and so every once in a while I'm going to have to go stir it and check on it.
All right, and I'm just going to make sure that works. Good, we're all set. Okay, let's go ahead and get the poll out of the way so that we can move on.
And this one I was excited because I liked them all.
Yeah,
and so
usually I feel like if we like them all, I feel like sometimes there's an even split with the vote. Not the case here.
Really?
Oh, runaway front runner.
Oh, I'm excited to find this out.
Yeah, but anyway, so what we were looking at was WH words, specifically the placement thereof. We came up with essentially 2 placements and then 2 ways of executing it. So with WH words in Hauhoff, They're all fronted like they are in English, except for subject WH words. And so we gave you an example of what that would look like in Lohakish. So you can see with the underlying text here, whatever it is, the WH word is getting fronted, except for who chased the fox, which is, should be, it's Laho, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Laho shel hor, no, I'm sorry. Laho shel hor hokish. No, I'm sorry. Laho shel hor hokish. Who chased the fox? Where hor is a word that means who or what.
By the way, I have a theory.
Yeah.
Because all of the other WH words, their forms, have a sort of like marker incorporated with it that came from a verb. And I think we did nothing to the subject because it was already verb word.
You're right.
And so we left it there because it didn't grammatically make sense for this language that was very much leaning towards a verb always has to lead off to introduce what a noun is doing.
Yeah, the serial constructions. Makes a lot of sense. Anyway, so we thought for A1, let's just throw out the Hauhoff option and see if people liked it. But then for A2, we thought, what if they just completely analogized it? And so then we had both options there. One with Hauhoff order and the other where they fronted the subject one. Okay. The B ones were the cleft constructions. And this, remember that we don't have copula in Lohakish. We had it in Hauhoff. We don't have copula here. So for this, we have this fronted cleft construction that is essentially who or what is it that. We recently created the subordinator, which was also our relativizer. And in that construction, we had a resumptive pronoun. And so it was like, well, this is just set up to be used for this type of thing. And so we did it. So the full cleft construction would be like, hor kivi la hosho ki hokish. That is, what is it that chased he the fox? All right? And it works all the way on down the line with those, whether it was the object, so who did the fox chase? You know, la hosho kishki. There's the resumptive pronoun in object position. Same thing with these other ones. So like, where did the fox chase the cat? Bor kivi. Why did the fox chase the cat? Ohor kivi, and so on. That was one option. And then the B2 option was, what if we ran another set of sound changes through these things? Some more lenition. And so horkivi becomes essentially hokfi, where it just all together. Hokfi la hoshiki hokish, hokfi la hosho kishki, right? Or then bokfi, a hokfi. Basically, all the WH words all end in HOR, and so they all reduce the same way. All right. So that was the vote. Any predictions as to what the big winner is?
Reading comments, I'm guessing the last one.
Oh yeah, big winner. So
because I think Mateus was a little upset. Oh. Or no. Yeah, I think Mateus was like, wait, I think Mateus wanted B1. Am I remembering this correctly? I swear I just read comments and I've already forgotten.
People voted deeply incorrectly this time. Okay, Mateus, what were you voting for? Aaron says anyone who voted other than B1 is incorrect, which is interesting because if I had to go through and give a second place to something, like I didn't do the actual count, but I'm pretty sure it was A2.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's B2, A2, B1, A1 is the order. That's not what the Confidant poll reflects, but it is what the other polls reflect. There was a preference for A2 over B1. Anyway, though, so yeah, we're getting the reduced cleft construction. I certainly don't dislike it as much as Mateus.
I'm glad that the shorter version won out of the B1 and B2. And I like that B2 as a shorter version is still the spirit of B1, which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
And so, all in all, though, like I would have been happy with A1 or A2 as well. Like I literally, as we put this together, was like, I'm good with all of them. And I even told David with the reduced phonology, like it reminded me of the French setup for questions and how like they still write the full form, but like you don't hear the whole
Yeah,
is it that,
that's good.
like you just, and you barely hear that whenever it's then followed by a vowel, like it's cute, it's just like it's barely there at all, and yet when you write it, you write the full form. So I think that could give us some exciting things when we get to orthography that we can think about in terms of when was this writing system implemented.
Yeah, I will tell you this. I'm willing to overturn the results of the poll and give you B1 if Matisse, Aaron, and Nemo all post videos of themselves taking a bite out of a raw white onion. So, you know.
You know, you got to be more specific. Taking a large bite and chewing and swallowing all
Large
on video.
bite, chewing and swallowing. We recently showed that portion of that LangTime Studio episode to visitors. And it occurred to me, I don't know why it didn't occur to me at the time. I mean, it's great that you can see the chat, which I think was important. But we really didn't need all that screen space for the document at that time. We should have just gone full screen on me.
Although I think maybe it's probably better that it didn't go full screen on you based on how awful your reaction was. I think everyone is in, so David, you may have just started something.
I can easily get out of here. Unbelievable. Like, it was so awful. It was so awful, you guys. Anyway, but before we go anywhere else...
I just want to say to the rest of the people who voted, I'm sorry, David just may have overturned your votes because it sounds like all three people that he pointed fingers at may be posting videos soon of them eating a delicious onion and David being proven wrong.
I really like the reduced clef construction, but... I did want to mention, though, before we moved on, big congratulations to Aaron O'Dwent, who apparently has made the Welsh national rowing team.
Oh, I missed this. Oh, my goodness. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
No, it's huge.
Yeah.
Man.
Does this mean we can see you online again if we're actually awake?
Importantly, this means that we get to visit the Olympic Village here in LA.
We get to because Aaron's going to get us
we're
on?
Guests.
Does Aaron know this?
They do now. Sorry,
He
Aaron,
do now.
It's really difficult to remember that you're female. I'm so sorry.
Well, okay, so I guess based on David's response there, I get to be a guest of Aaron's while David sits at home, and I will let him know how amazing it was to be in the Olympic Village with Aaron. All is right in the world.
Fair. All right. Let me put this back. Get Lexergy on there. Make sure it's visible. That's good. Actually, I'm going to reduce it a little bit more just in case we do some tracing. All right. And now, beep.
I feel like when you tell me my video needs to be moved, in that moment, I am sitting up straight. And then as the stream goes on, I like slouch, and I disappear from the bottom of the frame.
That's no problem.
Well, I just fixed my angle because I realized I was starting to fade.
Speaking of starting to fade, time to open up NapTime Studio.
My t-shirt says BU. Let's see if that works. Just a second, waiting for YouTube to catch up. Is my t-shirt on frame? There we go. Yay! BU rainbow. That's what it says.
And in case you're wondering, my shirt is the OC Roller Derby. Yes.
Oh, that is, yes, we do love.
I love this shirt.
Thank you, Jake. But also, Jake says, I always assumed I was just trying to give you the illusion of height.
I'm pretty tall for someone of my height.
You present pretty tall for someone of your height.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Mateus, what's this? You're going to be on a stream with Bibleridian.
Isn't it for the World Building Festival?
Really?
Yeah. I think
they're streaming together?
I believe so. Am I correct in remembering this, Mateus? Speaking of World Building Festival,
Coming up.
be excited. September 5th through 7th.
Less
There
than a month
is
away. Wow. Mateus.
huge amount of content that's going to be streamed that weekend, aimed at anyone interested in everything from, well, world building that includes conlanging, map, like the map kind of creation side of it, geopolitical areas of it. There's going to be some biology introduced. It's like really anything you can think of that goes into world building, it is probably going to be touched on at some point that weekend, and perhaps multiple times that weekend.
Wow. Mateus is going to be discussing economics with Mr. Luridian.
That's right. Economics is great. But yeah, Bibleridian, Mateus, Let's Have a Booba, Conlangery, so George Corley is involved. Artifexian, of course, Madeline herself.
Yeah. Oh, hey, by the way,
World Building Pasta, I believe, is going to be there.
shout out to Artifexian, who just released episode 95 of his podcast, and that is the final episode
The final?
of that podcast.
Oh, I was like, wait. Okay, wow. Yeah, big congratulations. So anyway, that is going to be very exciting, September 5th through 7th. And in terms of if you're wondering what time will it be, literally 20 hours out of the day of streaming. Content will be going. It goes all times, and so for many people that means you just need to kind of earmark which ones you're interested in and maybe watch them at a time where it's not 3 a.m. in your part of the world, because it's a lot of content aimed at a lot of different time zones for participation. We will be streaming that weekend, both days at 2 p.m. Pacific, Saturday and Sunday. And by both days, I mean just Saturday and Sunday. We're not streaming on Friday when it actually begins. On the 6th and 7th, Saturday, Sunday, we will be streaming at 2 p.m. And then David will also be on before our stream on Sunday, participating in a conlang challenge that Miles is putting together. Do you remember this? You said you were participating in the conlang challenge that Miles is putting together for the 3 hours before we stream at 2 p.m. on Sunday. I said I couldn't do that. My brain would break if I had to do that for 3 hours plus 2 hours of our stream. Yes.
Maybe you can take Meridian out on your own, do something with her. Is it like all 3 hours, Miles? Is Miles here? I don't think Miles is here.
Yeah, I've seen the first draft of what Miles wants to do for the challenge, and it's you have to be there the whole time.
Am I going to be on camera?
I mean, I think it's going to be a situation where you can pop in and out depending on who's talking, like on camera, off camera, whether you're featured on camera. I don't know.
3 hours beforehand, that's like before noon.
Yes, David, which is why I was shocked when you on Discord were like, I'm in. And I was like, really? Because I said I'm out because I can't do 3 hours followed by a 2-hour stream. And, I looked at the day and time and you're like, I'm in. So now David is on stream realizing that he has signed up for something that he did not fully read the details of.
How clothed do I have to be?
Where are you going to position your camera, David?
I think you know where.
And, well, there's your answer. Goodness. We went from family friendly to not so friendly.
Dang.
Aubergine stream.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll be doing that then. Anyway, Incidentally, I was just stressing economics in that way, just as a joke. I gave it a little bit of a Carl Buck stress pattern. Incidentally, Carl Buck, Geography A to Z. Carl has just changed the time of his video releases. It is now Thursdays, and I want to say 11 a.m. Pacific every other week. Carl, chime in and let me know if that was correct. And of course, Let's Have a Booba every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific. Are we going to miss it next Tuesday too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because we're going to have...
What are we doing with our lives?
Well, we have a big surprise day planned that day for... It's my niece's last day in town.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely
And so I have a big thing planned as our last hurrah with her in town.
Okay. By the
And
way,
it's at noon Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah, I
so
was
9
way
a.m.
off.
Pacific.
way off. 9 a.m. Pacific, but on Thursdays now instead of Fridays. Every other Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific. And then, of course, Tongues and Runes, Saturdays at 6 a.m. Pacific. All right, so I got all of that out of the way. Anime Fan has asked if Meridian has shown any interest in conlanging. Not really, and I think that's just fine. I would love for her to be very happy doing her own thing. I think it would be too much to be like a child of mine and get into conlanging, because I mean, where do you go? I got too big. That's not fun. It's not fun to follow somebody like that. You want to have a chance to be the biggest.
I disagree with David's views. I think, one, I agree with the views of let a kid decide their own passions, and so far she has not shown super big interest in creating languages, and so it's like, absolutely fine. You don't need to be interested in what I'm into. I do get that there may be community pressures if they find out who her dad is, and so like I do get the fact that if she did get into conlanging, there could be some weird pressure of,
oh yeah,
you've got to, like, we know who your dad is, and so that could be a little weird. But I don't think that, one, I don't want anyone to get into conlanging because they want to be the biggest name in it. Like, that's not the reason to conlang. And
well,
so
sure.
I
true.
would not, if she got into it, my goal for her would not be to, like, I'm going to become bigger than my dad. Like, that to me is not the reason to get into it. And at that point, I would be questioning her motivation.
The entire point of life is to become super famous, so
No,
we can all
it's
agree with
not.
that.
No, it's not.
Some of us were not born in LA.
Anyway.
Oh. But anyway, though, I've never, and in fact, now that I am actually a parent, I understand even less the whole thing about parents wanting their kids to do the same thing they do. I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me at all. I mean, I like that Meridian plays video games, because then we can play video games together, and I still can play video games, because without her, honestly, I wouldn't. But that's just a fun thing, you know, in terms of actual...
Who introduced her? You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to play video games.
Well,
and it couldn't have been at school because she was at home. So who introduced her?
Truth be told, if you want it, it was Aaron.
Yeah, so a parent introduced a child to something they enjoyed.
But
this happens with hobbies all the time.
I was basically done with video games, and then Aaron got a Switch, and for me, and I was like, I don't need this. Like, this is not me anymore. But she was like, well, you might enjoy playing with Meridian as she grows up, and she was right. But anyway, it was not me. It ain't me.
I know, but like, it happens a lot because as a parent, if it's something you're interested in, you're more likely to introduce it to your child. and there's a huge difference between that, which I think is very natural and very like, well, I like this. Let's see if you like this. Versus the, I always wanted to be a dancer, but I can't. And so I'm going to be a dance mom and push my kid to like be the dancer I never was. Like that, like a dance mom scenario is that world of like, that's where I'm like, I don't really like that feeling. But to like introduce your kid to something you enjoy because you're like, well, why not pass this on? And I want you to be like...
I was also thinking like, with a parent that's like, this store has been in our family for like 3 generations and I'm teaching you how to do it because you're going to take over the store.
Where do we live, David? And why do we live here?
What? Because I like this.
And you wanted your kid to be raised here.
Well, for the school
in the
system.
same schools that you went to.
That's not a job.
But that is passing something on through the family because that was your experience that you wanted her to have.
Well, it's not a job, though.
I'm just saying.
It's not like this is what you have to do for your life, I feel like you're intentionally misrepresenting what I'm trying to say.
No, Meridian will not eat foods with onions in it. She has stopped eating green onions.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is why you have to order it without green onions.
Well,
like
that comes from you.
No.
It 100% does.
She was doing that before I got here because you were already being blamed for it before we ever had a meal together.
I'm fine with green onions, especially the greener they are, the further away they get from the bulb. You're the one who's like, oh, green onions, I won't touch it.
She already wouldn't eat green onions when I moved here. I had zero influence on that.
You reinforced it.
Oh, man.
Aaron's just said my favorite thing. David lives in a big guitar in Hollywood. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. What the hell are we doing? Oh, we got to do the
questions.
WH. Yeah, and we actually have to write them up because I created all those forms just for the poll. Borrowing them from Halgach, but we need to make sure that we're happy.
Mateus is going to raise his children speaking his conlangs exclusively, and I love it because Mateus has a lot of conlangs to choose from. And so now I'm imagining this little kid doing like code switching, but like among ancient Mu and other languages. And that's amazing. It'll be great. Your children will be...
Ancient Mu, of course, doesn't have an M in it. So in Ancient Mu, his name is Natane.
Well.
Nakane. No, it has a K. Why did I go with it?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just like, whatever, David.
Because I mixed it up with Natase. But I was making a joke about McCain and L. All right. Enough of me. All right. Let's do this. So... WH words in Halgach. So, that was the other thing.
Which we figured out.
Yeah. As we were trying to do the poll, we didn't actually write down any of the WH words from Halgach. We have all these examples with WH words in them, but that's the only place those words actually appeared. So we had to go through and figure out how exactly those words meant what they meant. And so we knew that this one, hor, meant what or who. And that it was just it, going all the way back. If you throw that into Lexergy, what you get is hor, not great, but it is what it is. So that seems like it's pretty well set. For the, I know you can't see all these, but the ones that I created for the clef construction, so it's like, basically Horki V, right? Hokfi, basically anything that ends with like the OR, it's going to become Okfi. So we have Hokfi and Hokfi for who and what. And then next for where, Bokfi. Let's make sure that we're still happy with this.
Oh, Jake, that would be so distracting, especially if horse is mentioned quite a bit in a lecture. Oh,
More.
what am I doing?
Got it.
I'm so excited about streaming.
Oh.
I forgot I had a secondary job.
Forgot about stirring. Jessie is making mango chutney. First, she was making mango salsa, and I will say I love the mango salsa. We're having tacos tonight, and I love the mango salsa she makes. And I like them on the tacos, but I agree with her reasoning. She's making mango chutney, which is going to go on the tacos, but is also going to double for the Jamaican beef patties she's making tomorrow. They're going to be vegetarian Jamaican beef patties with riced cauliflower. I'm very excited. Very, very excited about trying those. I think that they're going to work very well. Just talking about where. In Hauhof, the word for where is right here. And you can see it's this old word ba, which is place, plus the hor, which is what. And so those just kind of, we smashed them together to make bor, for what place. Are we still good with that? Basically, that'll just come out as bor in Lohakish. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Incidentally, the reason that ba is place is because we reduplicated it to make baba
For Baba.
for earth. We're ground. All right. So that takes care of that one. The next one. Okay, so this one I did want to talk about a little bit.
Have you been following Jake's comments?
Let's see. What have you done now, Jake?
No, it wasn't Jake's fault. It was a lecturer that pronounced two words very similarly, but then always used the example black horse for word order in English.
Oh my.
And
The horse. Wow. Interesting.
yeah. Okay.
All right. So for helicopter,
We're letting it go by.
there's a whole movie about rowing that we saw that involves the early history of the University of California, about a rowing team at the University of Washington that rowed at the at the Nazi Germany Olympic Games.
38,
Yeah.
I think.
Incidentally, the guy that was the rowing coach at Cal was also their legendary football coach, the one that won 4 straight national championships.
Some loud noises happening outside our place today.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay, back to why. So the why in Hauhof is to what whole. In other words, like, to the end point of what. It's essentially like to what end, but the end point is a hole because you would chase, an animal into a hole. And so that's the end point. If we were still happy with that meaning, it wouldn't mean necessarily as much to foxes, perhaps, though it also would make sense for foxes. I think
Because they do dig and root around.
Yeah.
And they do their little pouncing.
I don't remember what the name of that movie was, the rowing movie. But
The Boys in the Boat.
it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
How-
1936 Summer Olympics. I was wrong by the date on that.
Orthography. Orthography. Okay, so let me see how I did that. It was it was just ohur. Ohur became ohor, and then okay. So those are good. So let's fill those out, and then move on to the rest. Okay. Woo. Should we do a sub-G and ob-G? Oh, we did. Oh, I like that.
What did we do?
A sub-G and ob-G.
Oh, David.
All right. Who? Let's see. So who chased the fox? Hokvi lachosho. Ki hokish. I feel like the keyboard should be over here, and that would be better for my shoulder, you know?
We hook up an external keyboard.
Oh, I'm so lazy. I love my external keyboard though. Who chased the fox? And then whom
Did the fox
did
chase?
the fox chase? Is still Hokvi Lachosho Kish Ki.
Now, before we get too much further in documenting this, do you
Yeah.
want to retract your earlier statement that 3 people posting videos of them eating onions could change the system?
They won't do it.
I think they will, and I think we're then going to have to be in a position where we have to make some changes or make some decisions. So would you like to formally retract that and say you were joking?
Don't go eating onions. I don't want people like taking bites out of raw onions because of me. It's terrible.
So we retract the statement. It's no
Ultimately,
longer
it's going
on
to
the-
end up with me biting into an onion just to retract their onion biting.
But we're stopping it because they didn't have onions at home, so they couldn't do it. So, we're stopping it before it begins.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick. Got another helicopter here. Oh, and I'm going to write up here what this came from. That should have been what we did first. In Lohakish, there was a full expression, a cleft of the shape.
It's the new challenge for Minnie. How do you say onion retractor in your conlang?
All right. It was fronted before a clause with a resumptive pronoun key. This phrase shortened to and similar WH expressions likewise
Ooh.
shortened.
As David's typing that, Minnie, I thought of you today because while I was working on my Nissa language, I created a verb that means to pickle.
Oh.
And so it's exciting.
Was it many?
No. So it came from another verb. I added, let me find it. Nupungo is to pickle, and it is an intensifier augmentation added to a verb that means to store, because you pickle things to store them for longer.
Oh, that's right. The epiklative. I remember the epiklative.
Uh-huh. No, it does not have an epiklative.
Okay, there at least now we have the information about the etymology there. So the what is going to be pretty much exactly the same. So that's all good. We gotta fix that. Okay, now where is the one that we did? And this
That was in the poll, yeah.
Yeah, but that was specifically the essive. So let's do locative, allative. What other cases do we have?
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Locative, allative, illative.
So, nominative, accusative, genitive, locative, allative, illative. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Where did the fox chase the cat? And the nice thing is that the case is marked on the resumptive pronoun, not
Not on the form itself.
and marked for case. There we go. So this is Bokfi. Oh my gosh, I had to share something with them.
With you?
With everybody. I think I already told you about it. When I was doing those introductions to our various animal languages on Instagram, I was posting them on Tumblr as well. For LangTime. And on like the very first one, I think I included, as demonstrating for Angalis verbs, the cat chased the rabbit is one of the examples. And somebody on Tumblr replied saying it would be nice if there were some non-violent examples that you could share.
You didn't share that with me.
Thought I did.
Oh
Back
my
when it happened.
gosh.
Yeah. That's
Wow, I guess they don't have cats who play tag with rabbits.
also probably not aware of why we're even creating the languages. They would be horrified.
Well, and it's just so funny because I feel there are a lot of linguistic texts that are really notorious for some actual violent sentences as examples.
There's an entire book written about it.
And I find it hilarious that then something chasing something else is too violent. Whereas, like, we legit see things that I'm not even going to repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want those words uttered on the live stream in that row.
I am tired again. Why is it doing this to me? Okay, and so now by the way, the verb that I'm sorry, not the verb. We're using ta here. Ta is a pronoun which means there or at that place. So this is where the fox chased the cat is where is it that chased the fox, the cat on or, near there, right? And so now for the allative, God, what is the deal?
'Tis the season. It always seems to, this time of year, seems to be noisier than other times. Also, our windows are open, which means we hear it much more loudly.
And T doesn't voice or anything, does it?
The T doesn't voice?
Yeah, it doesn't like voice.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. Where did the fox chase the cat? To. Where did the fox chase the cat? Into. Not that. There we go. Look at those nice examples.
How have I committed crimes against chutney? I'm making what I hope will be delicious chutney. Well, we'll find out because it's my first time using actual Scotch bonnet peppers because I finally found them. We found the one grocery store in our area that carries them, and it's very exciting.
Also fresh that a young pup from Wales is saying that you are committing crimes against chutney.
It is mango chutney.
Back to your boat. All right. Why? Okay, so for why, it's the pronoun is going to be in the allative for historical reasons. What hole is it that the fox chased the cat to? It. And I think it should be to it, not there, because you're talking about a hole.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now that we've done that, we have WH words for all of this stuff in Hauhoff. So now it's just a matter of going through and seeing if we're still happy with it and making it a part of the language. So give me a heads up when you're done with that. I'll be back.
When I'm done with what? David left me in charge of something that I didn't fully hear everything because I was trying to also keep up on comments here. And yes, we have some questions. And we have other questions coming up. It's very exciting. Oh, I see. I think maybe we didn't figure out some other forms like the when, how, which, whose, and how many, where they were going to come from. Maybe that's what David meant when he said I would figure it out when he came back. Well, I can't go stir the chutney now, Aaron. Then nobody would be on camera. Although maybe that's a good...
Oh, you want me to give it a stir?
Well, I mean, you can if you want. Keep the spoon in that thing because it gets sticky. So, like, after you stir, put it back in the little red thing.
Oh, of course.
I think it's going to need to, just in case anyone's wondering, I think it's going to need to cook down for at least 20 more minutes. And maybe a little bit longer because it's still a little bit more liquidy than normal. So I may have gotten some proportions wrong as I started it, but alas.
I like to put this like this.
And David's back. So David can tell me what I was supposed to be doing while he was gone,
Are all the WH words done?
Yeah, in my head.
Okay, just speak them to me and I'll type them. I love being your secretary.
What did we do?
Don't need a hammer, just a
Did we
nail it
figure
down,
out the
nail it
rest?
down. Well, we've got when, for example.
When is what time? Okay, so moon what very specifically. And I really like that. I like what moon.
Okay.
That's nice.
What is moon? What's the proto of moon?
Labialized G and then EL. Well.
Did we create that word in Haugoff? I'm sorry, in Lohakish, just the word for moon?
I thought we did, but I may be misremembering. Yeah, it comes out as right, bow, B-W.
But like it's in there, it's entered in the dictionary. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. You just throw that into the sound changes, and you get bauhor. Are we good with that, or should it get reduced a bit more?
I feel like
What moon? Bauer?
Yeah, I feel like that middle part would kind of drop out, and whether you even get two syllables anymore, whether you get like baur or baur, bor.
Okay, I have some ideas. I think I'm gonna write up a little Polski. My stars, Dad, another helicopter?
It's a noisy day out there.
Oh, also the R's are always taps, just so you know.
In Haugoff, this word is preceded by O. What duty does that do? Did you get a little tickle in your throat because you smelled the chutney too closely?
No.
Okay. As it's cooking, there's a lot of things that come up. I don't remember what O comes from.
This is just a little feel ya out poll. Are you really in a tent? Like a tent, a real tent? What are you doing in a tent? Bearing in mind that where is Bokfi. Oh, I did these all wrong. Flip the K and the F. It's not Bafki, it's Bakfi. All like across the board. I'm so sorry.
Locative. So in Halkoff, this word appears in the locative at the beginning.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that.
So will the resumptive pronoun then will be placed in the correct? Okay. This is the whole time what I've been trying to figure out. I'm so not helpful today.
I feel like
I feel like I'm never helpful in these streams.
Get out of here.
I'm just here to read the comments and make sure David sees.
What are you talking about? You don't really feel like that, do you?
Oh, a lot of days I do. I feel like I'm not really, because I feel like I don't always understand what's happening, and I just don't feel like I can keep up with you all the time. You're like so fast and so far.
But then you see all the mistakes I make because I go too fast, right?
Yeah, but things get done because you go fast.
Well, yeah. The classic American conundrum. Do you want it done right or do you want it done fast?
Well, let's just say a stream is more exciting to watch if someone actually says something. And if it were just me, you all would be looking at me staring at a computer screen as I figure something out, and it takes me 30 minutes to figure out how to form one sentence.
Tinguish, Jesse, you pack that nonsense in right now.
That's very sweet, Tinguish.
You can extinguish it.
Can you intinguish anything? Yeah, you can extinguish. Can you intinguish?
Intinguish. Detinguish. I guess not.
Anime fan missed the boat. Oh goodness, Tinguish. Good luck to you. Don't miss the train, and have a good train ride. Back fee.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. There's no way that we could have bulk fee for where and bulk fee for when. That's just silly.
It's like something Hungarian would do.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Do you think that we're gonna do this? I'm not sure about it, but we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna see what you think. And then, sorry, what was the case? It was locative, right?
Locative is Halkoff, and so we can carry.
Okay, so actually, because we're doing this differently in Lohakish, what pronoun do you think? So thus far we've only done two pronouns. We've done there and it. Do you think either of them makes sense? So the literal at one point is, what moon is it that the fox chased the cat at there?
Well, I feel like if we go by the logic of like whole is a noun, and so it'd be like to it, I feel like at the same case then moon would be the same. It's a noun, and here the locative would actually be better interpreted contextually as under it.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't talking about the case. I was talking about the pronoun.
No, I know, but like I'm wording it for our viewers.
Understood.
And I think that saying, what moon is it that the fox chased the cat under it, makes more sense than there.
Okay. All right, let me make sure that I've got the declension right. It is onki. And then the allative would be waki, because for the next one, That's 5, right?
I've lost count. Like, I don't know, it may be 13 at this point.
Okay. But you see what I did with that one? I thought it was kind of clever. Oh, I'm still on Lexergy. So sorry. Somebody shot at me.
Oh, until, yeah.
We also have the illative available to us. I don't know if that makes as much sense. We only have like at or toward cases in this one. We don't have any away from cases.
No, I think this is good.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Marching on down.
So how came from what
Goth.
scent?
What scent? Oh, right.
Like what way or which way? And then for how you prepose it with a, which is the
Genitive. Yeah.
So like of what scent? So is this the same one that So like does this mean we have the two different house represented by Vemur? Which is like how did you get to the city, and like the expected answer is like by Interstate 5 versus how did you get to the city, and like the expected answer is slowly, happily, merrily.
In Halgoth, yes.
Okay.
However, this might be a place where we decide we do something differently.
I think we should, and I'm so tempted to shut the door just to like try to block out the helicopters because they're getting insane. But like I can't tell you how good this breeze feels, and it's hot enough in the house that shutting the door would really not make for a good hour for me.
It's disappointing because I've experienced this too, and I generally like it warmer than Jesse does. But like, you can take what we're feeling right now, which is pleasant and nice, probably a little warmer than Jesse would want. But even for me, this is pleasant and nice. Close the door, it's going to be sweltering. Yeah. Even with everything else open. Like, it's very disappointing. Anyway, chutney stirring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, it's starting to be more, it still needs to go for longer in case anyone's asking.
Mm-hmm. The chutney still needs to go for a bit longer, so this won't be Jesse's last stir. But it is moving in the direction that it needs to be moving. The lack of a storm door. Jesse, what is a storm door?
Well, in the Midwest, a storm door and storm windows refers to an extra part of the structure that you put on to protect from high winds like tornadoes.
We don't have tornadoes here. Why would we need that, Bubba?
Or hurricanes, which we don't have here
either. We don't
either.
have hurricanes
but,
either.
Yeah. Storm doors aren't a thing out here, or storm windows.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of perfect. But also, like, what would that help us with, like, at this time? Because it's like, we have the screen door closed, and we would only be closing the other door for sound. I can't imagine another type of door that we could close that would dampen the sound while allowing the air to come in.
It is chutneyly progressing. Yeah, so it would not allow the breeze. Cause, so like, it effectively adds. I will say what's really interesting, growing up where I did, I definitely knew people who had storm doors, and I know what they are, but we never had them on our house.
I feel like you got all those trees to protect you. Like, is this just me being weird? Are you like protected from tornadoes because of all the trees?
No.
I feel like they can't get
What
all the trees.
is more protective is that in our very specific area, and by very specific, I mean like right where our house is, it sits because we've got it goes into the hollow out back. And so the way the house is situated with kind of hills geographically around, it does create an area where we're less likely to be hit by a tornado, where like Owensville has been hit by tornadoes several times without our area being affected. So it's like, it's a bigger geographical thing. That doesn't mean we're safe. It doesn't mean it'll never happen. It just means like more likely than not, our area is not where the funnels end up touching down. And so we do get very heavy winds though. Yeah, the trees do fall on houses, which is why so much of the yard has the trees cut back. And so there's not as many trees real close to the house because of that. So.
I like this description. And I like hearing you describe things.
I don't feel like I was very clear, but thank you.
I'm not going to tell you what I was feeling. All right.
Oh, Jake, yay. The LangTime chat episode where I translated Deeper Than the Holler into, well, part of it into Shwadi.
Okay, so first we can use trail or path. I think it was very clever to do the whole scent and following the scent for the dogs, and I love it for that, but I think we can do path for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Okay, let me jump over to... We don't have trail or path.
Of course we don't. Which we should.
All right, let's start with, well, I am in Haugoff, but we should keep in mind that this is going to be headed towards Lokakish anyway, so.
Oh, I am sending so much love to Mateus. Thank you. Did that actually go through? I thought I hit reacts. It shows empty on my screen. Sorry. Thank you, Mateus. And then Jake, I'm also glad that you think it's cute. Do you see in comments? Oh, Jake sees them. Okay. Mine is showing blank. Like I've entered nothing and I just hit enter on a blank screen. But as long as other people sees my little reactions, then that's exciting. What are you looking at, David?
I'm looking at some funny things. I shouldn't be using my time this way.
No. But yeah, I think we definitely need...
No, I was checking to see if Natalie... Oh my god. I know I said I was going to stop sending you ads, Jesse, but oh my god. Alright, so anyway, sorry. Natalie hasn't responded yet, so that's neither here nor there. Alright, so trail path, it's going to be something that is followed by hor, and then it's going to get reduced.
And thank you, Jake. And so I was waiting for this to go. I almost made a joke that only David would get
Waiting.
Well, now shoot. I feel like it's a spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't done and who wants to do but hasn't done connections for the day yet, so I can't say it out loud.
Oh.
So never mind. I'm not going to say it. I want you to think real hard, though, and then think what I was going to be cutesy about. I'm creating this just for a joke.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to leave it at that and move a different route.
An amazing compound word.
And so it would have been very funny for me and David. Oh my gosh, David. Stop the helicopters. Stop them. I don't know if it's on screen.
I don't either.
Oh my god. All I see on my screen is the David. I think I saw the ew as you passed it through.
Nice.
Patrick just saw W David.
That's right. David for the win.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So it's going to end in HOR and then it's going to get reduced lexically. Radiohead voice like that. Chutney police. What's this girl? She's stirring chutney, including all the mango, and I just don't like it.
So, we don't have a lot of R words, is that? It's not like hard to get an R, right?
No.
So it's not.
You start with R. It'd be good for it to start with R.
How about, and then something that could be, oh, if we did like, testing out different forms, David, like the aspirated stops are the ones that get interesting, right? So like rate or rake or even rake with the uvular, kind of testing those out.
Let's chest them out.
Rem with an M, because then we get like remor or something.
Oh, wow. If it's REQ in the proto, looking at rish and rishor.
I like that.
I like it too.
Oh, that's delightful.
All right, so let's go to how off, where of course it's just going to be rake. I think I lost my ability to say things.
I never had it, so you know.
That's what I got because I messed with them. I am still on. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the right screen. So
Oh.
REQ.
Here we go.
And this is going to be path and trail?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I should see if it's going to be, because I think it might be. Here. Yeah, it's rec. What was I? Sorry, what was I thinking? Like, what on even earth was I thinking? There is no Q in Halgoth.
So REK.
Yeah, it's a K, and furthermore, it's the grave accent.
With, okay.
Oh, man, goodness gracious, golly gee. All right.
Okay. Ooh. I hope you all hear the birds. You hear the helicopters. Hopefully you get better sounds.
Oh, by the way, we were showing We were showing Jesse's niece the first 2 episodes. I don't even know what series it was of Great British Bake Off that featured Jamie. So for Bake Off fans, perhaps you'll remember Jamie's utterly hapless baker. Not only hapless baker, but looks like he should be the furthest thing away from a kitchen ever. And he only lasts 2 episodes, but he's just so charming and funny. Oh, good. Magpie says that they hear the birds, so that's good.
Did you say Magpie heard the bird?
Yeah.
That's what really matters. My God, this is so close. It is so close.
Love to imagine how that went, Miles. Oh, you have to see. This is what my grand home does, and then he puts it on. Let's have a booba. Oh, la 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 la.
Who are we doing?
That's Remy. Who's super French, even though Remy is not French.
Canadian, French.
Dish. Oh wait, no, wrong language. That's a verb. Let me see. Let me just take a squeak up here and see if anything happens to R. No.
Okay, so have we entered the... I came back just in time for the helicopters. Have you entered path? Not yet, okay.
No. But it looks like we get an epenthetic consonant inserted in between an R and a nasal, which makes sense.
Sounds right.
Yes, we do. Okay. All right. We never entered a noun starting with R. Entered the word for path, trail on its own. And now we're going to go back to the WH words. How is going to be... it's going to get Rishokfi Lachoshaokish. And then
Rishokfi is how.
Yeah, and
okay. Well, I was putting it on the dictionary, but I wasn't looking at what you were typing, and I wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
What path is it? The fox chased the cat. On? Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. I'm asking you.
Like, that makes sense, right? Like a locative?
Yeah.
Like, on what path did the fox chase the cat?
There he sits. Sits he there. We're good. How do adjectives work in this language? they just follow and then they have a plural. Is that right? I think it is.
I hope so.
All right. Hår. And that's hår. Which, what? All right. I've added it. Put the number there. And I'm going to do a little singular and plural example because we can do those.
And then once you do that, are we going to celebrate before we keep going? Maybe?
Maybe. I'd like to do who's first because I think it's going to be easy.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see.
I can wait.
Actually, it's going to depend how difficult this one is, now that I think about it. Because I just threw that in there as an adjective. But we have this whole clef thing. How do you say which in French?
I don't know.
Did I never learn that?
I think I've only learned how much, how many. Is it lequel? Does that sound right?
And then what? Does it just follow the noun?
Which dog? Quel chien? Which dog is quel chien? Like what dog?
Okay. And so you don't have to do the whole qu'est-ce que or whatever, right?
I think you can.
Like, which dog remonstrated which cat? Like, how do you do that?
You don't. This is like for which dog is running, they just say quel chien quoi. So I don't think you do.
Does it get fronted?
I think you can, or I think you can put it in place based on what I've seen of like how much does something cost. You can say like put it up front, or like something costs and then how much. Like I've seen examples of both ways, so I think you can do it either.
Okay, did I just say like which cat ate my book? Is that how it's done? Or should it be or is it like, I don't know, qu'est-ce que lequel chat a mangé mon livre?
Well, Dino-Nid, you don't need it, but can you add it? I think is the question here. Like, are you able to do it both ways? The first one is correct.
All right.
What I'm seeing from Karis and Alk.
How about
Definitely don't go feeding any dogs raisins. Grapes are bad for dogs in all their forms. Okay, sorry, my getting up is getting more frequent as the end of the chutney is where it firms up some more and gets a little bit more sticky and solid.
and
Not solid, but you know.
thank you, Tethys. And does it front no matter what? So what I hope I wrote there was which cat did you see? Kishat TV. There's no circumflex on V? Really? Which one? Lequel a mangé mon livre? Understood. Okay. Okay, so here's where, I mean, I might, well, okay, yeah, we're definitely celebrating after this because this is going to be a big one.
Yes, Aaron, they should all be after me if the chutney is actually solid. But it's, you know, the from liquid to thicker chutney paste feeling, whatever you call that, thicker jelly-like consistency, but not jelly. What is that consistency that's between liquid and jelly? That's what I'm going for.
Oh, you got to do it like that? That's weird.
Oh, I like Miles' suggestion. Yes, it's squidgy. I'm going for the squidgy chutney. Okay. Oh, I do like jammy. That's nice. If for no other reason than it makes me think of jammies. And jammies are the best way to spend your day.
It's the only other thing.
So, I'm just going to share this online. David's parents are in Missouri. It's their first trip to Missouri. I don't know. They don't spend a lot of time in Missouri.
My mother's been there at least once before.
Okay. But she just texted, they have discovered how big the Bass Pro Shop is there.
We have one here. We have two here. We have one that just opened.
Oh, my
Also,
God.
they're not in Memphis.
Yeah, no, they need to. If you want to talk about a big Bass Pro Shop, you gotta be in Memphis. Like that's Tethys. That's the Memphis one. They are in Missouri, in the southern part of the state, and while there are big ones, it's nowhere near the pyramid of Memphis.
By the way, thank you, by the way, Mateus, for noticing my pun. Okay, so we've got these two here, Jess.
Okay. I need to find you. There you are. There you are. Which fox chased the cat? Okay. Okay. So the top example is under the assumption that it's like we know a fox chased the cat, and so we're just trying to identify which one it is.
Yep.
And
I mean, the same as below.
I know.
Okay. Sorry.
But the syntax is totally different for this one, and I'm trying to explain why maybe the syntax would be different for this one rather than all of the others which have fronted the part that has the WH word.
Okay, actually, this is something, Jess. Sorry, just to go back. In this particular Bass Pro Shop, there is an Archery Hall of Fame.
I am not surprised, because the Bass Pro Shops are usually like, they usually have something in them. And like to the point where like there are rock climbing walls and
sure.
like things to do in them.
But my
And so
my parents are there because my stepfather is participating in a national archery competition. So it's pretty.
it is on point for what they're doing there.
Yeah.
It just cracked me up that was the thing that I saw was
about
the Bass Pro Shop.
Right.
Okay. All right, Aaron's going to sleep. Enjoy.
You all just let Aaron drag Jesse like that. Like, Aaron could study his entire life to be a chef. His entire life.
Aaron may be a better chef than me already.
Half as good as Jessie is on her worst day. Get out of here, Welshman.
David. Aaron could be better than me already.
Nah.
Bass Pro sells a lot of outdoor stuff, and so it's not. I wouldn't call it sports. It's some sports stuff like that you could get for like hiking gear and rock climbing gear and things like that. But it's also like, well, in like
No, it's good.
skiing, snowboarding, you can get those kinds of things. But like, I wouldn't go to Bass Pro for a basketball. You know, like I don't associate them with that kind of sports store. It's more the outdoor fishing, hunting, sports that involve camping. So, you know, like the snowshoeing and hiking and rock climbing and skiing. So anything that involves like super outdoors.
It would be unkind, but nevertheless at least somewhat on point to call it Redneck Disneyland. Yes?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'll take it, having been raised by a family of proud rednecks.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But the more to the point, though, it's not just a shop, because there's stores everywhere for all kinds of things. These ones have gone all into making the stores actual destinations. Like the one in Memphis is an actual destination. You could stay there. There's a hotel, but all of them have something like that. So it's when a store opens like that, it's not like, there's a new Costco in the area. It's like, oh, that's cool. Now I can shop at Costco. This is the type of thing where it's like, if a new Bass Pro Shop opens, there are people who will go to it to see what is the thing that they did. What is the crazy architecture? What is like the special thing about it? It's not just like, oh, there's a store that's near me now, so that's convenient.
Like the one that I went to most, there was like a big waterfall in the middle of it. And then there were like all these areas where you could like do things. So, by the way, if Aaron is still here, I want you to know I understood what you meant. David took you seriously, I think. I understood that you were joking about it, and it made me laugh as I thought of these like chutney crackers that like you're like beaten with a hammer to be like, gonna eat my chutney.
I am legally obligated to defend Jesse in any and all things. This is my job. This is what I do, and I will do it. So help me. I'm going to ask Minnie's question aloud. This is a follow-up question. Are there strategies for saying something like, I am a teacher without using a non-verbal copula or a verbal copula, but still containing a main verb? Go as. Is it wild for a reasonably isolating language where main verbs only conjugate for mood and voice for there to be a stative verb making suffix to make to be a teacher? There are languages like that. The one that comes to mind for some reason is Hausa, even though it's not really a suffix, but it's something like that. Anyway. But the big question that we're dealing with right now, the big conlang related question, which fox chased the cat? The question is, are we going to keep pulling everything out front, or are we just going to allow which to be an adjective and to behave differently?
I have mixed feelings on this, David.
Oh, this is really wild. Well, again, here, your analysis, by the way, was so spot on, Jesse. We have examples of like which and whose. Oh, this should be whose, not which. Which and whose are the same, by the way, in Hauhoft.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing. So, Huabram Hurweh, whose dog is chasing the cat, It's chase, dog, who, the cat. But when it's an object position and requires that case marker, then it pulls out front. So wehur bram. So you are exactly 100% right, and we should probably write something in the Halvoff document for the etymology stuff, so that we remember that that was why only subjects were not fronted. Because that was completely spot on. So Halvoff allows for it to be kind of like an adjective. It's got its own fronting rules that are different from Lohakisha's. I could see the bottom one. I could see this one.
I could see either. I think the going a more Halvoff route would lead us with leaving this which in place as if it's a different kind of thing, because it's a modifier.
Yeah.
Rather than standing in. Whereas if you say which chased the cat, like you already know that it's a fox and you just say which, meaning like which one on its own as a pronoun, that I could see being fronted no matter what.
Well, yeah.
In this particular instance, I am very torn because it's like we really leaned into the fronting. And so, but this isn't that it is which fox that chased the cat situation. And so because it's not the full cleft fronting, it seems to make sense that it would actually stay as a modifier for the noun wherever it occurs in the sentence.
The reason I like the cleft fronting is that the whole reason that you cleft something is to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
And so by dragging the whole thing out, then it's like which fox, you know. So Matei says, trying to genuinely make some kind of big shop the interesting thing to do locally is peak American social infrastructure, which A, I get, but also B, if you think about where these Bass Pro Shops are, more like, you know, middle of the country, rural places, they kind of just have the natural beauty at home, you know? Like, whereas, you know, people who live in the city, makes sense that we're traveling to places to go see like natural beauty, you know.
I'm typing in the Halvoff document.
Yeah. I put up a little poll just to see what people are feeling. I've highlighted one of these options so that you can distinguish the two more easily. The word hokfi on its own is used for like what and who, and so here it would essentially be used almost like an adjective. Patrick is saying why not allow both, and they're just different kind of emphasis, which ordinarily I would see, but what's the difference here? I mean, which fox is already pretty emphatic? I do have an idea. So help me, I do have an idea.
Okay, so make sure that I typed correct things in the Helgoff introduction, but I've got something there. Oh, I see what you're doing. I couldn't see what you were changing.
That then trots its way like a proud Welsh corgi on a sunny day in the park to the front of the claws.
Like that.
We saw such a Welsh corgi yesterday.
We did, yes.
I love it. All right. So Jess, here's my idea.
I can't wait.
We do keep both of them. It's not a difference in emphasis because I can't figure out what that would be. The difference is which versus whose.
I feel like whose would be fronted.
Either that or we do for whose, we just do the genitive with or. And then it would be which and what kind. We do have a way to do what kind in Helgoff. Oh wow, how for how big is the dog? Oh, interesting. I see. Okay. I don't know. That was my idea. I'm just throwing it out there. Now I'm not sure what to think about it.
Oh, Jake missed the poll.
How has Madeline not heard about Fiat Lingua all this time? Also, where is Madeline?
Talking with Jake. Okay. I want to just put it out there that I think we have both constructions that just exist and like they're both options. And they don't, it's really just like whatever the speaker is feeling in terms of like in the moment. Sometimes it'll be phonetically motivated, like this is just going to sound better as I'm saying it, and so they pull it out front. When they do, it gets the hook fee because that's just what happens to question words that are fronted. And I think we have a lot of examples like this in language where it's like someone asks, how do you say something? And you're like, well, there's all these different ways of doing it. And honestly, the difference is what am I feeling in the moment? And you can't really nail down why you do one or the other. And I agree to make it which whose like we do in Helgoff.
Let me at least do this.
Oh, Madeline's not at home at the moment.
I see.
Oh, good. Madeline is interested in submitting something for Fiat Lingua.
That would be very, very nice. I am behind, but I will say there's going to be a very, very interesting Fiat Lingua in September. Very exciting. And, what is the nominative plural for an adjective?
Nominative plural, ha.
Ah.
Or sorry.
Yeah.
Because hakish is the plural for the fox. Ahav. However, if it is vowel initial, it's an M.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Okay.
All right.
Another stir.
Another stir.
And are you going to get our celebration?
Yeah, sure am.
Finally.
Oh my gosh. So Jesse made this so we could use it for board games. But it occurs to me that we could put the Copico in here too.
We could, but that would defeat the purpose of being able to set up board games quickly.
It would, but there's...
As we dump out the Copico.
It's also,
it is so close. It is so close to
also
being.
thinking that we could just put that in there, but it's actually too small. Okay.
Oh, I'd say midnight pizza. Thank you. I am stirring things up this episode.
I've seen both. I vote for pilaf. Well, I haven't seen both. I've heard about both. A cheer to you.
Cheers. Did you just throw your Copico?
It popped out. Copico for a hoppin' good time. I just split the wrapper in two.
Oh my goodness. You're so strong.
Let's take a look at how many. What j'amour? It's both how many and how much.
And where does it come from? J'amour?
J'amour. I don't remember.
Oh, it's something that need to know what its form is pre-mutation.
I think Jake was asking about the number of affixes, and it was just. No, I was just curious. What did I misspell? What did I misspell, Jake? Yeah, j'amour.
It comes from DY. Not in the dictionary.
No, it's something else.
Wait. This is the what fur, right?
Yeah.
We figured that out.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did they misspell Copico in that? In the Berkeley article?
It was what Jake sent. I think it was the AI overview. Wasn't it? It was in the messages.
Oh.
Oh. I assumed it was an AI overview, but it was a random internet person. Like I just thought, like I thought it was so funny. I thought it was like one of those overviews where you search for something and then AI gives you bad information. But yeah, Jake. Um,
Oh my god.
yeah, their upcoming Conline conference, CopitCon 2.
Copticon.
Copticon.
Oh my god. What? You did send this, and I saw this. Like, I guess I just wasn't paying enough attention. Damn.
Um,
Was this what article was this? Was this the BBC one?
I think Jake said random internet person.
Oh, okay, Stack Exchange. All right. Okay, I feel less bad about that. Essentially, I thought it was a typo that I didn't catch in an interview that I participated in because I hate reading things when they say like, you want to read this over and tell us if you give us your approval. Shoot me.
Okay, but I am going to show you because I was searching to see, and then Jake answered before I. So I'm sending this to you, David, and then I'll have to post it on Discord later. I just sent you a screenshot of what is an AI overview, and it made me laugh.
Okay.
Because according to AI, it's real now.
Oh my god.
Like it's a whole description. Like, this is real. This is what it is.
Unbelievable. Honestly,
That one person's typo is now.
I feel like our stream today was Copticon. You know what I mean?
Copticer.
Okay. So this one's going to be ham. Hamokvi. Oops. Of what fur? Oh boy. This could be a thing. I don't think this makes any sense.
We did something that doesn't make sense.
The genitive is key too? Oh boy.
Oh, for the pronouns, yes. Yeah. They got leveled.
I don't think this makes sense. So, right now it's what fur is it? Chased the fox of it, the cat.
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
Mm-mm. It needs to be, I think, treated as a modifier like which whose.
Alright. Then that's gonna be Amor. No, that's how I'll go. Amor. But it's
Be
genitive. Hang on a sec.
Genitive would be the ah form.
Ah, just regular ah, not ah.
Depends, singular or plural. Ah is singular, long is plural.
It's singular. But should this be plural? Oh shoot, there's verb stuff that happens. Crap.
Oh, it's like the plural up here, yeah? Which foxes chase the cat should have a different verb ending?
Yeah, and this should probably have a different resumptive pronoun.
Probably.
Oh my god. Lakfa. Okay. We're almost there.
Four minutes and counting.
Good lord. And it goes from show to shalov.
Lachoshelov. It's amazing how different this language is. I love it.
Yeah. But like foxes of what number? I think it's got to be plural, right?
It, in my English mind, feels plural. Have we talked about how we count in this language? Like one fox, two fox?
No, but or maybe we did, but no, I feel like it's got to be plural.
Then make it so.
Dang. Jesse, that took the entire stream.
It sure did.
But we finished like with everything.
What also took this entire stream is this chutney. It's getting to perfection. Literally just a couple minutes away. It's gonna be so exciting.
But yeah, we finished everything. Like there are a few relative clauses that we haven't filled in for like indirect objects because we didn't create a verb for to give and add positions, possessives. But otherwise, we did everything. And oh. I see these four foxes. Sher, Wakish, Bab, Amel. Shera, Wakish. When modified by their demonstrative, this demonstrative itself will show variable agreement. It will agree with the noun it modifies when the number is used as a cardinal, but not when the number is used as an ordinal. Okay. One fox sees me, Al Kish, right? I see one fox. The four foxes see me, they are plural. But the verb agrees with the number, not the noun?
That sounds cool.
And the number word itself will not agree with the noun it modifies when a number greater than one is used on its own as an adjective and modifier. The noun it modifies may occur in any number, and the number word will fully agree with the noun it modifies. Did we mean that? The four foxes see me. Hold on a sec. No, they do agree. It does agree. Shave is agreement.
Yes.
All right, so here it is. Fox in the plural with a number 4, and that's plural agreement. So, all right, 4 p.m. We figured it out.
Yay!
Okay, so then, yeah, foxes of what number I think makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is something. and this is good. All right. So we're kind of like, we've got a lot for this language. Honestly, the only thing that we need to explore is different prepositions and how they work.
Okay.
Like how we say things like from and, beyond. We have some of these in Helhoff. We could just discuss how they work. So I'm saying this out loud because I want it to be true. For next Thursday's stream, I don't have anything big happening, right? I want to spend a lot of time in the 24 hours prior to the stream figuring out how to actually get your screen on this screen, because I think we can do it. Jesse has a much better computer right now. If we have to run the stream off Jesse's computer, we can, and we can simply show my screen on your computer.
I think at that point we're making it far too complicated.
No, I don't think so.
I think I should just hand you my computer and I'll be on your computer.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
But, like, it makes so much more sense. Because then, otherwise, we're making it more complicated because, well, you know what? They don't need to be a part of this discussion.
No, but
we're good.
But anyway, what I want is I want a split screen where we're going to have my screen and Jesse's screen so that I can work on the font and that Jesse can actually control she can control the document, right? And it can go where she needs it to go. Right now, the way that it's been working is we kind of have that, except that I have to control the document, which means Jesse has to tell me to move it if it needs to be moved.
I know, but I also don't do much during the orthography streams because I can't.
But I want to change that because I want to, like, start doing the names.
Which takes so much input from you that then you're not fonting.
I can do both at the same time.
Okay.
I think
It stresses me out.
It doesn't stress me out.
Well,
I'm living good over here.
I will let you do all of it.
I can't believe that anybody thought that Cluedo was a good name for anything.
All right, we need to get going.
Yep.
Because it's that time. And I have some chutney to wrap up and some tortillas to make. So we need to get moving.
Very, 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 very excited. All right. So everybody, have a pleasant week. We love you very much, and we will see you next week. Yeah.
Indeed.
It'll be exciting.
Until then, bye.
Bye.